I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
I'm Nathan.
And this is Three Old Tech Dudes.
Yeah.
We've since started here in January. Go ahead, Justin.
There's that whole time thing,
Yeah.
We do have hobbies that keep us busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Justin and I have gotten especially into this arcade thing. You might note we're both in our arcades, so to speak.
Nice. I'm just in my room with Coco's. So
Hey.
good Coco's here.
You had the cool room first, to be honest, Nathan.
That's true.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and I must commend you guys on your backgrounds. We look really good on these screens tonight. So.
Yeah. These are all real.
ignore my to-do list.
None of these are virtual backgrounds.
No, it's real there.
So get Justin in there and have a look. Oh yeah, what you got?
Oh, so we've got Sega Outrun, we've got an Atari Crystal Castles, and then
and look at
got
that.
my jukebox, and then right over here is the payphone. It's really hard to point on the screen.
You just did good.
Yeah, that's the payphone that we had from the one of our earlier videos.
Oh, it's one of my favorite videos.
So it's found its way to a wall.
Cool.
Yeah. Then I've got, Little Chief, which we go on about, and Ninja Turtles and Super Pac-Man, which has not really been on the channel yet. It's been in the background a couple times. You'll see videos on that later. And then I've got this basket case right here, a very ill Daytona upright. A lot of people don't even know Daytona USA came as an upright. So
yeah. Well, yeah, we're doing the thing.
Well, why don't you start off explaining that for us, Nathan?
So
since you know about the thing.
I know a little bit about it. I've never been there. Tim has, but I did sign up for the Facebook group, so I hope that works. I cameras in different places. Yeah, it's confusing. Anyway, so there is a Indy arcade, Indy 8-bit gaming expo thing. And can you put that
the Indy Classic?
Indy Classic. There we go. So that's coming up in. See if I read the date so I don't get it wrong. You see the date on there real quick. I have
12th to 13th, 2025. Okay.
So we are going to be there.
We
are. And I still have to get a hotel room. But that's on my to-do list.
A hotel room? Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm going to stay there. I don't want to drive home.
You live 45 minutes away.
It's a good idea, though, because it's kind
of more like 2 hours, actually.
2 hours?
It's about 2 hour drive from
your
Indy.
House?
Yeah, to Bedford. Yeah, it's like 2 hours.
I don't believe you.
No, it is. Trust me. I'm not the fastest. I drive a Jeep. I can't do like 90.
That is true. So I'm going to tell a story here real quick. That will support Nathan's claim. So last year, for the very first time, we set up kind of our own little expo at our Hemfest. And
do we have photos of that? We can ship it one up.
We do.
Not right now.
I have some, but I'll put them right here.
But what people don't realize is there's a lot of logistics and a lot of work that goes into setting something like that up and tearing it down.
Oh, yeah.
So on teardown, Timmy and I were transporting all of the various things from the venue to our ham club building.
Oh, there.
And we're just tearing up these back roads. Well, I have Nathan's son, John, in my truck with me.
Who you've seen on the channel.
I think I scared poor John a little bit. And I was just keeping up with Timmy. So really it was Tim's fault, but there was a time or two where he's like, okay.
Well,
yeah, I scared him a little bit too.
So yeah, I think he's accustomed to Nathan's slower pace.
Well, okay, yeah. I am kind of a slow driver, generally speaking. I have gotten a ticket once in my life and didn't like that.
Me too.
Actively tried not to get another one.
Mine wasn't for speeding.
Mine was. It was 70 to 55. But hilariously, now you wouldn't even be pulled over in that area for that speed. But
yeah.
Anywho, back to the Indy Classic.
Okay.
Anybody take that was your thing, Nathan.
So part of our plan is the arcade games, which you see in the background there. The other is to get a couple tables and set, in a booth or a couple of booth tables and set up several computers to play with. and show off. So I've got a late gen Coco 1, early gen Coco 1, and a Coco 2 right now. Color Computer 2 TRS-80, in case you're curious. But I've also got like Atari 400s, 800s. I got all. I'm trying to figure out what to put together. One thought was all TRS-80 stuff because I have this. I have a Model 3, a Model 4, and a mini color computer. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I've got and the original TRS-80, and we set most of this or a good chunk of this up at the Hamfest, and it actually went over really, really well. Funniest thing was people, because this only has 4K. This one here has 4K RAM, so it's pretty basic. But so I hooked the audio spectrum analyzer, was just a cartridge running. The amount of kids that walked up to it and just went wow, wow, and just watched the waveform and watch the spectrum analyzer go.
I think that's what you ought to do up there in Indy, actually, too.
I'm
with
thinking
one
about
of
that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to use the 4K for that because it's really not good for gaming because it's just enough RAM. But both the other two are 64K machines, so I was going to put nicer games on those.
Sure.
And probably take a little tub of games that I've got with those so we can swap them out occasionally. But
yeah,
I've just been kind of setting everything up here as a logistics, put it all together here, make sure it works, and then tear it all down and put it in containers so we can take it with us type thing. But since we're going to have 2 tables, we'll have, I believe there's 6-foot tables. I tried to see, but it kind of looked like 3 machines was all you're really going to get on a table. So that's 6 foot. So, because that's what this is
up here for you. Just some photos.
Yeah.
This is from a couple years ago.
Yeah, and that's kind of the size of what I have here. Maybe a little bigger.
Sorry, guys.
But like I have an original TRS-80, just like what's there, except mine's got the nicer keyboard to it, or the updated keyboard. Other than that, it's identical. So my plan is to set up 2 tables of. I'm just debating a mix of like Atari, Commodore, TRS-80, or just all TRS-80.
Sure. Now it's I mean, it's worth noting kind of the stuff you'll see. This is pretty similar to last year. There's a few different places.
And that guy right there sells parts for a lot of stuff. I went on his website. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's, always setups like this. Some really neat stuff. This is about the size of the rooms you'll see.
Yep.
Looks like they were thinner that year. They're a little more full than this last year. But and there's 3 or 4 rooms of this. I'm not sure. I'd have to look on the website, but
they have a Facebook
idea.
Group too.
They do.
I thought this was a funny picture right there because because I actually have one of those. Go back to that one.
SX64.
Yeah. So I've got an SX64, which is sitting over there. But the thing I thought was cool. One, he's got the 4 or 3 or 4 cartridge Coco adapter piece, which plugs in the side of these here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a
right
flat Coco. He's got one of the Coco flat laptops, which I have one sitting over there. But I actually like the oscilloscope, which is kind of funny because I'm an electronics guy. So that's a nice oscilloscope. And I'm like, ooh, that would be cool. I would love to have one like that. Complete off subject, but I collect that stuff too because
absolutely
I've lost my mind and collect everything. But
yeah, we'll be set up something like this. I'm actually going to get the placards too, so make sure I know what you're bringing because I'm going to make these.
Yeah.
So for each one.
Yeah. So so my job right now. Assuming we're going with essentially TRS-80s, which I kind of think that might be the easier way to do it. Is just
seems good to me.
Stick to one concept right now.
Yeah.
Is to go through all of these. I just put a new keyboard in, or a new key of the actual contactor piece in this keyboard, which totally fixed that thing. It's now really, really good. So I'm just 2 cameras thing, brain going. This one just needs cleaned. This one I need to go through it and clean it, but other than that, it works fine. So it's just one of those clean these. The Model 4, I need to clean the keyboard. I started cleaning the actual unit, the case itself, and the gray Model 3. I have to figure out what I can do with that one yet, but it's one of those things that I did manage to completely restore an original TRS-80, so it actually works fine. We have a black and white because it's black and white, so I have a low black and white. What was that thing? A security camera monitor?
It used to be, yeah.
Yeah, it works perfectly for that thing.
Sure does.
And I wish I had an original TRS-80 monitor. I don't, but
yeah, maybe you'll come across one day. But yeah, so I think I think that's going to be really cool. Just have a table of the various Tandy line, especially with the Model 3 or whatever. I think that's one that has to be on the list.
Yeah.
And I'll be bringing a couple of TVs if we need them, and I'll bring other things. We'll see how much table we've got. Right now, we have one table reserved. It's $25 a table. I haven't reached out again for a second one. I've already prepaid. They sent me a PayPal invoice. I thought, oh, that's slick. So
nice.
Going to take 2 of our arcade machines. I believe my plan right now is to haul up Super Pac-Man and our Ms. Pac-Man that we jointly own. That's currently in a remote location in storage. So, because that's logistically going to be easiest for me. If it's not raining, I'll probably use my pickup truck. If it is raining, I'll use our minivan. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
You can't fit 2 in your minivan, can you?
I'm not sure. I can in the Ranger if I put them upright and strap them like people. I used to see people.
Well, yeah, but you can't put them upright in your minivan.
No, it would be more of a challenge. I haven't measured it yet, so that may be down to 1. But I may just get a really good tarp of the training. So. We'll see.
Switch the cameras again here.
Awful idea.
Yeah, it is kind of. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I like our machines to be able to be played occasionally. Because I enjoy them very much, but I want other people to be able to enjoy them, since I've been able to make the investment for some myself, and we have with our channel funds, and things like that. So looking forward to that. Hope to see you guys up there. Everyone else out there on the channel. So that is, again, it is
scrolling across the bottom. The 14th,
scrolling across the bottom.
14th?
But I wanted to reshare my screen. I'm still getting used to our
12, 13. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, so it's April 12th to 13th, Saturday 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So you get in for $5 a person or $10 per family. It was a very friendly environment when I went last year. Of course, there is an episode here on the channel that will be in the description below there. I'll link to that if you kind of want to see what I did. I hit a couple events that day. This year we'll just be doing this. But it's got all the cool stuff. They've been covered on the local news up there last year, and they've got sponsors. And again, like we said, this is something we did. We didn't really get on the channel and talk about it much. We did something like this at the Hoosier Hills Ham Fest. We called it the first annual Vintage Computer Expo at our event, and it brought in a whole new crowd. So that was kind of
really
cool stuff.
That was cool. Yeah, just to see a few people that I do know connected with that world show up. I was like, hey. And they actually had some really good suggestions for a few things we should consider too when it comes to all that kind of stuff, which I always thought was kind of handy too, because I asked for that, like, any ideas, and he's like, oh yeah, here you go.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's kind of cool.
So that's our plan. We hope we'll see you there. I guess that about wraps it up for this one, fellers.
Yep.
All right. Till next time, I'm Timmy.
I'm Justin.
I'm Nathan.
And this is 3 Old Tech Dudes. Catch you later.
See ya.
Later.
Thanks for hanging out with us here on 3 Old Tech Dudes. Please subscribe to us here on YouTube for more tech, old and new, tinkering at the workbench, repairs, ham radio, electronics, computers, and more. Please like this video and share 3OTD with your friends to help us grow the channel. We tweet at 3 Old Tech Dudes 1 on Twitter, and you can keep up with us on Facebook. Just search for 3OTD and look for our logo. Thanks so much for watching.